Yes, please. Hello.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of CampusCare EdTalks. EdTalks is a platform where educators and leaders come on board and express their viewpoints related to topics, education, and society. A topic for the day is: are we ready for technology driven education or not? And to express their viewpoints on the same, we have with us Mrs. Neeru Gandhi, ma'am, Director of the Oxford School of Education. A very warm welcome, Neeru, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good
morning to all.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good
It's a
morning,
pleasure to have you here, ma'am. Then we have Miss Anisha, ma'am, the principal of Delhi Public School, Siliguri. A very warm welcome, Anisha, ma'am.
Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, madam.
Then we have Dr. Raghvendra Kumar Dwivedi, sir, principal of DVM Raj Gangpur School. A very warm
Namaste.
welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Namaste to all.
Namaste, sir. And then we have Miss Harjinder Kaur, ma'am, principal of Meerut Public School for Girls. A very warm welcome, Harjinder, ma'am.
Yes, good morning, everyone, and namaskar, all of you. Thank
you. So good to have you here, educators. So, shall we begin with the session now?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
So, Neeru, ma'am, over to you. So, you know that technology has become as an inseparable part of our lives. So, do you think we are prepared to adopt technology-driven education yet or not? Over to you, Raghvendra, sir.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. It is my privilege to be here and part of this EduTalk. So, and thank you to this Entab team. As a technology provides instantly accessible to information, which is why its presence in the classroom is so vital. Integration of technology in education simply refers to use of technology to enhance the students' learning experience. Whether it may be terms of virtual classroom, whether it is a online classroom or offline classroom with a smart board teaching, PPT, there are various types of the technology-based classroom can be arranged. So, if I can say integration of technology in the classroom, it's a very, very important nowadays because since the last 2 years, we have seen that the chalkboard too has come into keyboard. So all the parents, all the children, all the educators are now connected with the technology. So they are no away from this one. In this way, we can say it is a very important to use this technology in the right manner so that the benefit of the transforming the education can happen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Raghvendra, sir. Anisha, ma'am, would you like to add something to it? Do you think are we ready to prepare? Are we prepared to adopt technology-driven education yet or not?
We are prepared that we have already proven during pandemic. We were able to survive for long 2 years during this pandemic due to technology only. Technology has transformed the entire globe. Through technology only we are able to survive these days, and we are able to make our students future ready or for 21st era because of technology. Technology has not only developed the quality in education, but the education resources are available 24 into 7, and through technology, the activity and the learning has become very, very interesting. So through technology, the students are getting all the available resources before they get into personal touch with the teachers. Even before the teacher starts the class, they are ready with the question, they are ready with the topic, laptop, internet, Wi-Fi facility, everything is available. And I think by 2026, there will be 1 million smartphone and internet. Due to this revolution in technology, the scenario of education has entirely changed. And therefore, you have seen the curiosity and the inquisitiveness amongst the student. They are born with technology.
Yeah.
And this is the era where class 1, or I should say prep students, are also able to know what is mute, unmute, put on the videos, everything. So they have gone through this learning during pandemic, and they have learned a lot. They have become very smart. They are future ready. So it is all due to technology, and I can ensure that if the teachers are not ready and not updated, it will be really a problem for the teachers. So the adaptability of technology in education is like heart and soul relationship. So we are inseparable with technology.
Indeed, ma'am. Thank you so much, Anisha, ma'am. Harjinder, ma'am, with the inception of technological advancement, so do you think schools should adopt complete automated classrooms with everything being taught using slideshows, PPTs, and videos?
You are in mute, ma'am.
So, good morning, everyone. So, we're talking about technology here. Now, there's, I think, as I fully agree with Anisha ma'am, she says it is like a relation between the heart and soul. I fully agree with it. Although technology may have, there are two sides to the coin. There are many points which are pro technology, and there are several points which are against the technology, against it. So if you look at those, if you look at the points that favor technology, they are more in number, provided we want to listen to them. So all the time we have been talking about classrooms where we have diverse learners, but we giving them the same kind of classroom. A teacher comes, teaches, and goes away, irrespective of how the child's learning is happening, how the brain is functioning, and what are the intelligences that the child has. So we always presented a similar kind of classroom, lecture, and then question answers, assessments, and done. But technology has brought in such a huge change that now the child is, there's so much of flexibility in technology. The child can sit at home. There is there's flexibility in time. There's flexibility in space. There is, from anywhere the child can have an access. The students can go to any kind of content learning. It could be a video, it could be a PowerPoint presentation, it could just be an audio, because now we have the audio books also available. So the flexibility of learning, in fact, the learning has become more personalized. So I'll learn, if I am a student, I will learn as per my intelligences, I will learn as per my interest, and of course, I'm going to learn as per my potentiality. And of course, my time and space is always there. So if we look into these aspects, I think technology has brought in a lot of change. This was the kind of change that we were looking forward to. Fortunately or unfortunately, it is the pandemic which has actually brought in this change. And we've realized that there are so many pros. Of course, cons are always there, but as educators, it is our responsibility to make the children more responsible in usage of technology in the class. So classes should have technology. In fact, I should not be saying 100%, but all the various technologies that we can bring in our classes, we should continue to bring, because we should not, at the end of the day, we should not lag behind, because technology is here to stay and it's speeding up very fast. Today, what is there, which is used by all, tomorrow it may become obsolete, and there will be a new system tomorrow. So the speed at which it is coming up is very high, and it is there to stay. As Anisha ma'am also said, that children, what about children who are born with, access to the world?
Yeah.
We have to take care of those children. So as educators, we have a very big role. They haven't seen a world where technology was not there. They haven't seen a world without internet. So it's very important for us to make the children very responsible towards the usage of technology rather than just saying, no, we don't favor technology. And it has always been there. One very important aspect to it is that history has made us feel how important technology is, because in 15th century, when there were no books, there was a time when there were no books. So the new technology at that time, after the printing press was introduced, was technology of books. And also at that time, there was a huge upheaval in the world, because there were one set of people who knew how to read, the other set of people who didn't know how to read. And those who knew how to read definitely found themselves at a better place than those who could not. And of course, the content and all, because there were good writers also who came up, they wrote several books. So thousands and thousands of books were flung into the world. And of course, there was a social disharmony. But as we know today, after so many years, see how now the current time is that we say, we tell the students to be the best readers, to be good readers, because that's what is going to take them ahead. In the same manner, so let's learn this from history. In the same manner, the technology is doing what books did many years ago. So let's understand how important this technology is going to be for future. Whatever is coming up, I think we need to embrace it well. Even in education, it's extremely more important, in fact, in education. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Harjinder ma'am. That was really a wonderful explain by you. So moving forward, Neeru ma'am, do you think technology plays an instrumental part in improving the learning of students, or do you agree? And if you do, then how? Please share your views, ma'am.
Yes, it does. It plays a very, very important part, especially in the present scenario, as Madam Harjinder and Madam Anisha, Mr. Raghvendra have already quoted, that these 2 years that we have been through, we have seen a sea change in the approach, not only of the administration or teachers or heads, but for the students and parents as well. Because earlier, if we talk that whenever I remember before the pandemic, we used to try to introduce the technological advancements into the institutions, or wherever we saw the parents, I should say, not contribution, but their views on things, they were very, very apprehensive. But now it has been all accepted, I should say unanimously. But yes, it doesn't only bring clarity. See, it is both. There are many, many aspects in which I feel it can be useful for the teaching learning process. As far as the children are concerned, that brings a lot of clarity, visuals, and then other things. Say, for example, we talk about our smart boards and all. So visual impact is definitely better. These days, every publisher, every book, it is providing a digital content. So whatever I remember, like imagining the Indus Valley civilization, what was a great bath, how was the town planning, and then you see a picture and a whole video on that. I could never imagine in my life, even when I was a student, how it would look. But now videos are available, so it's very, very easy and interesting also for the children to understand that. And then this is about the students. Yes, it helps, but it is not only the children. It is throughout the students who are studying in colleges, universities, everywhere. It has made an impact and it is useful. See, but in that case, I feel that in the institutions, if we want that it should become really useful, we have to create an environment of excellence in the institution. We have to build up a culture of innovation in our institutions with the right type of technologically advanced infrastructure, all sorts of facilities available in our institutions. And it is not only the institutions, the educational institutions, but at other levels also. And to much extent, government is also making efforts that I'll come to later or to that conversation. But yes, it is needed at the schools and districts and state levels, of course. This is required so that they promote digital learning and technology in the educational institutions. See, this technology, it provides ubiquitous access to information through internet, and it is playing a bridge, a connection. It is trying to make a connection of the learners with, say, for example, it connects the new knowledge to the existing, whatever it existed and whatever new is coming. It is trying to connect that, to build, to bridge up that. Then there's a digital world. It is connecting to the real world also. And then the students to the students. Students are connected. I'm sitting here. I'm a student in India. I'm connected to students who are working on similar projects abroad in foreign universities. I can connect through technology to the teachers which are not accessible in my area. See, we have a big problem in India. Practically, I think most of the students are, institutions are in rural areas where this such advanced infrastructure is not available. Internet access is not that good. So, if I want that, or I do not afford to go abroad and to connect with the teachers, where I feel I can just connect with the students and teachers sitting at various stations, different countries through technology. So naturally, it will help me in learning and to get the viewpoints, the knowledge that, because geographical differences, they do affect what I think sitting here, what I study sitting here. I want to visit a museum. I want to visit a geographical location. I'm say working on a student, say for example, working on climatic changes around the world. Because of many changes are going on these days. This ozone layer and many other things, because of this heat increasing, glaciers melting, so many things. But sitting here, if I'm connected to students who are working on similar projects, or teachers who can help me out, those who are actually in that environment, that will make a lot of difference. I'll learn a lot from that. So this, and then I have my own learning space. Through technology, I'm connected with the world outside. Right. So from our own learning space to the world around me, I can connect. And individuals can connect to groups, to peers, to, there's a lot more. And of course, my knowledge is connected to application again through technology. And it becomes useful only that. So it's like, one thing is this, that I am able to get a strong foundation and do the application. But in addition to that, I get a deep understanding, a deep learning, and I get experiential exposure. And it's not only the students. I must talk about the administration and teachers, because we are a part of that. And whatever we deliver to children, we also need a stronger hand. Though we need the teachers to be capacitated, but see, there are many tools through which teachers also get capacitated, through which the administration can work better. See, for example, we talk about Microsoft One Notebook. It helps us to create individual notebooks about the children through which we can monitor them, assess them. It is highly objective, because the assessment in that case will not be limited to the pen paper test as it is usual. And the actual capacity of a student can be monitored very easily. Then we have many other tools like Office 365 is there. It provides a rich collaborative environment. Then there is a Bing. Bing is a good search engine and invites a very, very congenial search tool, I should say. And if we talk about government is also putting in their own, say, for example, we talk about Niti Aayog. tinkering labs are there, and they are rather inviting individual industry also to put in. So this all is possible only through technology, and so vast exposure, or I should say connectivity.
Yes,
and if there is no connectivity, the projects take much longer time to get materialized. Say, for example, if we talk about the dropouts, Andhra Pradesh government, they are taking measures, they are using machine intelligence to check the dropout rate. Dropout is lot over there, say approximately 50%, maybe more. So the dropout rates can be monitored, and the needed measures can be taken. So I think without technology, the speed, the pace at which we want to progress, or the quality that we want to see among our students, that would not be possible. So of course, it is extremely important. I think.
Thank you so much, Neeru ma'am. That was a really brilliant explain by you. So lastly, Anisha ma'am, considering that we were in pandemic for 2 years and students were learning from home while people were working from home. So do you think schools should continue teaching on a remote basis, or should they teach on a hybrid basis or fully in school basis, ma'am?
See, I always go for fully in school basis,
Yeah.
but technology should be blended. Without the touch, or without the connection, or without the touch of human, no education can take place. Learning will, with machine, they will become like machine. Where will be the emotions then, the empathy, and the kindness, generosity, or you say moral based education, value education, and the ethics? Who are going to teach them that? So I always agree that fully school basis, physical touch. The students, they have gone through depression during the time of pandemic because of a school closure. They were not able to meet their teacher. Online they were meeting, but meeting online and meeting physically makes a lot of difference. So I always prefer going with that. But yes, as explained by all our dignitaries present here on this platform, from Neeru ma'am to the principal ma'am and to principal sir, they have well explained that without technology, we are not able to get or see the quality which we are going ahead with. We will not be able to adopt NEP, even NEP 2020. Principals are eagerly waiting for NEP. And without technology, it cannot be imagined, the world. The children are born with the technology, they will go ahead with. But it is very important. Teachers are indispensable. Yes, of course, they can learn from anywhere, but the guidance of mentor, the role of guru is very important. The learning will go on and on with the help of remote also. At times it is very important, like students, if they are missing their classes, they can go through the videos, they can go through the classes which will help. They can take help of PPT presentation slightly, gradually. They can pause, they can learn, they can move ahead, as explained by Neeru ma'am. Along with the technology, they can learn faster, and physical presence of teacher is very important for me. So I don't think that we can only go with remote learning. At times, remote learning is required. We can use it as and when required. Collaboration is important. Communication is important. So that is only physical with the presence of teachers.
Thank you so much, Anisha ma'am. So, Raghvendra sir, I do have the same question for you. So, do you think schools should continue teaching on a remote basis, hybrid basis, or fully in school basis? And can you share some experiences also that how did you manage to, continue teaching in the pandemic mode, sir?
Yeah. Thank you so much. I think Lisa ma'am has already explained nicely. Only one thing I would like to add here: we need to go with the synchronization and unsynchronous mode of learning. That is, we can say, the blending mode. both the mod is important because nowadays the technology has come in such a faster way. What we were expecting after 2025 or 26, it has come now. So now we cannot away from this technology. We can go with both the mod, but yes, we need to update all the technological tools in all areas, especially in the village area. I'm talking about my area. If I share my experience, my school is in a very remote area, Sundargarh district,
Yeah.
and we were facing a problem because only 30 to 35% students were having mobile at that time. But then what we did it, what we have uh, just connected with the children, and we have provided some tools also, like group teaching, like one or two
Yeah.
children can combine with one mobile, or sometimes we have provided some systems also to connect the children, and we try to give them the best possible time also so that they can connect well, because there are many siblings were there. So we have managed the timetable also in such a way that the classrooms do not clash, because if one house is having only one mobile and three children are there, so it was difficult for them to connect all the all the classes. So we managed the timetable also accordingly, and fortunately, we were lucky to connect the 80 to 90% children after a period of time. So I can say technology is a very important tool now. This can be make more effective teaching learning process, and especially goal oriented study can be also achieved with the help of TBL. TBL means technology based learning, and then I can say specific time, specific goal setting, uh, time period, you can say assessment, report card generation. All these things is possible within no time. So this technology should be used for especially assessment and evaluation. And NEP also emphasized that the skill-based learning is important. We all have to keep on updating ourselves. Our teacher has to update themselves that they have to go with the technology, and they have to integrate their teaching so that the classroom learning classroom teaching can become more interesting. And Neeru ma'am also rightly said that we need to update the technology in a remote area, in the village area, as government is also trying their best with their local channels also, with the gene, with the different mode of operation, the technology reaching to the village, but there's still a lot of need to be done. I hope within very short time, the technology will become a most important tool for teaching and learning process. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Raghvendra sir. That was a really innovative initiative by you. So, Harjinder ma'am, over to you. I have the same, question with you. So, do you think schools should be uh, school should continue teaching in a fully in school or hybrid basis? And would you like to also share some experiences with us that how did you survive the pandemic, mode? And
Yes. So I personally feel that time is very powerful. Of course, we all believe that, and it's the time actually which brings about all the changes and can do anything which has been unprecedented so far. It can, as we saw in the pandemic, how time. I there was a time when I had visited Finland in the year 2018, and there when we went inside the classrooms, we saw like children using tablets and laptops so easily. And that time we were wondering, when is such a classroom going to come to our country? Probably it'll take years to come. But it took just 2 to 3 years time, and we saw the same happening, and even now it's continuing. So I personally feel time is very powerful. Anytime, anything can happen. Yes, but as all the participants said, emotional touch is very important between the teacher and the student, and teacher of course is never replaceable. Guiding, mentoring a child is extremely important. So But looking into the kind of changes that are coming up, that's my opinion that my personal opinion that after few years, we're going to have more of hybrid models than completely in school models. Now, the reason behind them is, the first reason is the flexibility of the online teaching learning that happens. Even in universities, now we see that the number of seats in the universities are increasing. They are increasing the number of seats, keeping in mind that few seats will be available for the in college, that is in campus students, and the rest of the seats would be for students who cannot afford to be in the university, or they haven't been able to make it to the university. There may be several reasons. There may be medical reasons, there may be travel reasons, or maybe some kind of a reason that students are undergoing, because of which they cannot attend the college on a daily basis, and hence would attend the classes online at their convenient place and at their convenient time. So looking into these aspects, we also know that in schools also we have a number of dropout students. There are many schools where there are dropout students who are keen in learning, but because of the family conditions, because of several other reasons, they may have to sit back at home, or maybe do some kind of financial support the family financially, and are not able to go to the schools, and hence they cannot be a part of education. So keeping all these factors in mind, I'm sure schools will also provide seats to such students, and maybe if the model of the schools is a hybrid model, probably the access to education will widen. It will be available to all those who cannot afford to also. So I see a lot of positivity in keeping the model as a hybrid model. Now it's up to the schools who have to set up this system. Of course, setting up this system won't take much time. It is just the vision in the school that has to happen. I'm not saying my school is a hybrid model school at present, but of course, the near future looks like a hybrid model, because access to education for all is very, very important. And that is what we talk about RTE. So RTE, basically, it's going to be converted into an RTE, right to education for all. So, but yes, the emotional touch. So there'll be students who feel they lack on this. Their parents are going to send them to schools, and they will be in vicinity, in the closeness of the teacher. But there are students who are not able to do so, can have the access from outside. So hybrid model seems to be the in model which is going to be in after a few years. And of course, there are studio models also, which many schools are adopting. Of course, now it's just wait and watch situation at present, which model is going to be adopted. Once the CBSE affiliation is there for such schools, like let's say completely remote schools, there are many remote schools also which are coming up. So if CBSE gives an affiliation to such schools, of course, many would be remote schools also. They will have their own, features, and of course, yeah. So I'm sure many kinds of schools are going to come up. It's going to be the choice of the student as to which school I want to go to. And that looks like the future. So let's see what's there in store. I would not, but my own personal opinion is that we should have more of hybrid schools.
I think the overall development of the child, for that we need the students in campus.
Yes, absolutely.
We need to train them physically, spiritually, emotionally. We need to train. The overall development will take place only once we get the students with us.
Absolutely.
That is my opinion.
But I think we must leave. There are certain things that we can leave on to the students also. I'm not talking about very small kids. See, till class 6th, 7th, that's fine. But as the children grow up, there has to be some kind of independent thinking and independent, kind of learning, way of learning. So I think we must give that liberty to children of this age.
Hybrid can be used as and when required.
Yes, as and when required. Absolutely.
I think a bit of choice also will be good.
Yes, a bit of choice also.
children sometimes they don't feel like, there should be no binding on them that they must attend the school or something. So that way you're right. I agree that hybrid is that can really work well. Circumstances.
Remote learning, they have gone out of discipline completely. They were not in habit of getting up, getting ready for school, going to school on time.
There are certain, compulsions. So if we talk about rural areas, see in Punjab, I do not know, maybe all over India, many of the schools, most of the schools are in rural areas, and there the students, they have lot many compulsions. They are just, even if they want, they are not able to attend the schools on all the days, especially during this harvesting and all that, They have many compulsions. Yes, so flexibility is
it's required.
Yes. So flexible models definitely will help many of the students.
Yes. End of the day, it is a matter of convenience, flexibility, comfortability. Yes. So whatever, as human beings, whatever is more comfortable for us, whatever is more convenient for us, we try and adopt those. Rather than
is very important.
Yes. Personal touch, of course. Personal touch is very important. You can't rule out that completely.
That cannot be ruled out. That of course cannot be, especially with small kids. We should not be for this kind of.
Yes. Not at all.
Yeah.
No, at different stage, they need different guidance from the mentors, from the teachers. In different age, they go through different changes in their body, physical body changes and everything. So they need guidance all the time. I feel that.
The internet is a guide tool for them. Because anything that they have to know about, they just go to the search engine.
That's true. That's true. They feel more convinced. What they see on internet rather than listening.
Absolutely. Because that's more visual also. It's more, illustrative rather than just theoretical.
Yes, this is the best example, ma'am. I think if we all are connected across India and talking in one platform. So if the connectivity is concerned, the connectivity is there. But yes, it has to reach in the village area. That is very important. Connect the village students also. That's what I believe.
Yes, right.
To bring the equality between the gender, technology plays important role. Girls are not promoted. The dropout of females are more than males. So that also helps the girls to get education via technology.
But then intervention of the district and state authorities that is needed, because connectivities are not that good in rural areas where we need it the most, I suppose.
See, ma'am, earlier the connectivity was not there. Now it's there, but not good. So let's hope in future it's going to be good also.
Yeah.
It will be.
Slowly it will be done.
Definitely going to improve. Even we remember like earlier we used to watch video. Before that there used to be buffering. Now there's no buffering.
Now that's it.
So I'm sure the time is going to come in villages also. The accessibility is going to be better.
Very soon. No, it is already in progress. Like there are efforts being made, no doubts.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, yes, thank you so much to you all the educators. Thank you so much, Raghvendra sir, Anisha ma'am, Neeru ma'am, and Harjinder ma'am. It was a really, Thank you so much for taking out your precious time. So,
thank you.
Yeah. I must thank Entab also, because you keep on coming with such conversations which can be useful to everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And for all the viewers watching us out, please don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Have a good
day.
Thank you.